The Yuri lexicon, as in words that refer to Yuri itself, has about 4 common ways to do so. Those are 1. Yuri, of course. 2. Girls love. That's simple. 3. The gender slashes, like WLW, F/F, girls x girls, romance, etc. You get the picture. And lastly, 4. Shoujo-Ai. Well, that's it. Subscribe if you enjoyed. Hope you all... Wait, what? Why did the music stop when I said that word? Please, no. You don't want to go down this route. You don't want to... Shoujo-Ai is a rejected Yuri term. It will get a lot of backlash and hate for even using that word. While the others are accepted ways to refer to Yuri, Yuri itself being the cleanest and obvious choice, with girls love and the gender slash versions not being scrutinized as bad, the oddball of the group is Shoujo-Ai. But why? Well, we'll first have to understand what Shoujo-Ai means. Shoujo stands for girl, and I stands for love. So, put together, literally translates to girl love. But wait, I can hear you already thinking. We already have girls love, and that's an accepted term. So Shoujo-Ai should be the same. Right? Wrong. And that's because our literal translation does not take into consideration of the context that word is used when in Japan. The Japanese would never use Shoujo-Ai to refer to Yuri/GL, because what Shoujo-Ai means to them is loving little girls, as in the word pedophilia. Shoujo-Ai being used to refer to Yuri is strictly a Western audience false equivocation. Even if the heart is in the right place for Yuri, using Shoujo-Ai when referring to Yuri is basically calling it pedophilia. This is the reason there's so much friction with the word Shoujo-Ai. If you want an example, for those that remember, it wasn't until a few years ago that my anime list used Shoujo-Ai to refer to Yuri. Using the Wayback Machine shows as much, which they now use the more neutral girls love tag. This got a lot of hate and complaint from real Yuri fans about the term Shoujo-Ai, and eventually it was changed after over a decade of complaining. So we know the word Shoujo-Ai can mean something quite bad. But aside from a misconception of saying Yuri in a different way, it still holds the same meaning of wanting to convey Yuri, right? No, not again. It's still Yuri, right? When I said that Shoujo-Ai was a Western audience false equivocation, it goes beyond just literal translation. What Shoujo-Ai stands for itself is different. To a Shoujo-Ai practitioner, Shoujo-Ai is even superior to Yuri. That's because Shoujo-Ai represents the lighter, more pure version of girls loving girls, while Yuri holds the other evil, lewder, more problematic depictions of girls loving girls. If that all sounds absurd to you, that's because it is. Shoujo-Ai becomes a microcosm of what Yuri is, extracted from Yuri and held as the absolute purest form and untainted version, and the true quote-unquote Yuri. What is Shoujo-Ai becomes mutually exclusive from what's Yuri. It rejects Yuri. A truly nonsensical modern example of this is on novel updates, which I use a lot to read Yuri novels from the Japanese and Chinese side. But if you look at them, they use often both Yuri and Shoujo-Ai as their tags. Yuri is meant to be for anything explicit, and Shoujo-Ai for the rest. The main issue of that, though, is that drawing the line for what's explicit or not, softcore or not, from the stories or author's own tagging is very hard and unclear, and just leads to both tags being added anyways. It's a pointless system and separation people are hung up on when they can't even see the difference themselves. Anyways, I hope this makes clear why Shoujo-Ai is a rejected term. It has a lot of baggage and separates Yuri fans and dismantles what Yuri is itself. If you remember my video on Yuri fans, you know that accepting 18 plus and other weird kinks and depictions of Yuri is part of Yuri. Yuri is not itself without any of the other weirder things as well. Trying to place that separation is precisely what is destroying Yuri. It limits it. It prevents Yuri from being its full self. And that's sad. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you enjoy and want to hear more unhinged rants on Yuri. And I will be off.